That's the way to start.
Yeah, that's it, dude.
Wow.
Good morning.
Yeah, I asked you last time, what do you prefer, rock or EDM in the morning?
I like a good mix, bro.
Yeah.
I love that you love rock, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if that anybody, and it's 2021, so if anybody's listening to rock, you know they're in their mid-40s. You know they're in their mid-40s.
Have you seen the playlist that Julio has been getting every morning?
No.
Like he's into an 80s vibe.
Yeah.
Julio. Yeah.
I think Joe Biden actually signed an executive order banning rock, bro. So you better download it while you can.
Yeah.
Download it while you can.
Put it
Good
on my hard
morning.
drives.
Dude, it's good to be back, bro.
It's good to be back. Happy 2021.
Year.
Happy New Year.
You know, what's funny is I'm just now asking people, how were your holidays? Bro, we've been.
That is so true. That is so true.
I had coronavirus.
Yeah, I got coronavirus. We both got coronavirus. It was very interesting. What was the worst thing for you in regards to corona? What was the best? What was the worst part?
What was the best part of corona?
Yeah, that's true. Well, there is.
I couldn't breathe, bro.
Yeah.
That
was kind of bad.
You know, dude, we shut down. Saulo, me and you, man, we were down and out.
Yeah.
We were talking about every Friday. The Chris Cano podcast 2021. We're gonna do all these things.
Yeah.
And then
It stops you.
stops.
Yeah.
I think you've had it for a while though.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe I think I still have it.
I think
Bro,
Don't
you
say that, bro.
still. The thing is this. I don't know who's had Corona. If you're watching, have you had Corona?
Yeah, have you had,
Let
now,
us know.
And if you don't want to say, and we're not trying to make light of it, it's a very serious
Yes.
thing. We had
Yeah.
it. We understand the severity.
'Cause we
to
made
some
fun of
people.
it.
We made fun of it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did, and
we
it got us.
And it got us.
And it stopped me. I'll tell you this. I had a day and a half where I thought that was it. 1 day and a half that I'm
Yeah.
like, this is how I'm gone.
Sure.
It was very horrible because I have a pre-existing condition. I have a heart problem.
Yeah.
And going through it, it was like I was here at the house. I couldn't move.
Yeah.
I could breathe, but I just felt my chest closing in. And I'm like, one of these, in a couple of seconds, I'm going to be gone, you
Yeah.
know? Anyway, and then I have a child, and then thinking, am I going to drive to the hospital? How am I going to do this? But a day and a half that I was like, this is the way I go.
I remember.
It
I
was scary.
knew it was serious whenever you texted me and said that if I could pick up your pan dulce. I said, dude, he's sick.
That's serious.
I said, he's
That's
sick.
serious.
I go, Saulo's not feeling well, guys. Hey, so for me, dude, just some breathing issues, man.
Because you told me you were breathing.
Breathing a little bit. You know, Marissa had lost her taste. She lost her smell. For me, I don't know, man. I just felt, fog brain and everything else. But we're back, dude. We shut down the office for a few weeks. A couple other teammates got it, and we weren't feeling too well. So, me just asking people, how were your holidays? It's like I feel like we're just now starting 2021. When I woke up, I found out Biden was president. We're going to talk a little bit about that today, man. It's good to be back.
Bro, I had, to me.
We lost the election.
Bro, yeah.
We set up. We lost. Did you know that?
Yes.
And we lost Georgia too.
Yes.
We're losing everything.
I love your attitude this morning.
bro.
We lost, guys. Good morning. How are you
Guys,
doing?
we lost.
But anyway,
Did y'all know?
it was interesting because all this year, politics, and then Corona hit us.
Yeah.
And I was out, and to a certain degree, I didn't watch any news.
So do we know it? Did they cheat did they count the votes? Did they cheat? Do we know?
I don't know.
What happened?
I don't
the
know.
Supreme Court.
I don't know.
Amy Coney Barrett, she was going to sue everybody.
I
right?
know.
What happened, dude?
QAnon, or what
happened?
QAnon told us.
I thought Goya was going to poison everybody.
cry? Did you cry?
I cried, dude. I was like, I Googled symptoms of Corona, and I was like emotional. I was like, do you get emotional from Corona? I was just, in my
Trump
feelings,
depression?
bro.
Is Trump depression?
Bro, is this Corona, Trump depression? What's
Bro,
going
they
on?
should put on the Corona, on the COVID, sorry, Corona COVID, whatever. On the
Corona.
COVID symptoms, they should put typical Mexican.
Yeah,
Because I
typical.
felt lazy. I
Yeah.
felt like lazy, not. I wanted to come in here and work and do some stuff, and I would sit here and I was like, I don't want to do
Yeah,
anything.
I told my tia, I was like, man, I'm feeling down, dude. She went and got me some aloe vera and some Vicks, and
Bro, look at this. Look at hold on. Bro, this is my companion every day. Every day.
And this leads us to our sponsors. We want to thank
Our
Vapor
sponsors.
Rub. Thank you, Vicks.
Yeah.
Thank you, and Sprite, sponsoring today's show.
This is horribly Mexican, but some friends make fun of me. But you know what I call this?
What?
Vicks Vaporub.
Vaporub.
No, Vaporub.
Vaporub.
Because my mom, she's Latina, she don't speak English. She would call this Vicks Vaporub. She didn't say Vapor Rub. It's too much for a Latina,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
she could say Vapor Rub. She called it Vaporub.
Oh, man.
I know. Anyway.
Anyways, we have a great show for you guys today.
Yes.
We hope so. I mean, we think it's great. I mean, all our shows are great.
Well, hey, thank you
we're
guys.
biased,
Cindy
so-
McQuarters, thank you. Sherry, please. Frederick
Yes.
Fluker, thank you for logging on. Jordan Michael. Oh, wow, look at how he spells Michael.
Oh, that's Michelle.
Oh, Michelle, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, the guy told Mexican.
Yeah.
Mindy, thank you, Mindy, for logging on. Lydia Castañeda says good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Michael Valdez, God bless you,
God
Michael.
bless you.
Michael was, I don't know if you can say it, but I don't know, but I'm going to say it.
Yeah, say it.
He was at the Capitol.
Okay.
At the Capitol when the
Ooh, you
inauguration.
can't say that. Don't say that.
Okay, he wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
Anyway,
But if he were, what would happen?
well, he got Corona too.
He did.
You know what's weird, bro?
Yeah.
I got Corona, and I have no fear of saying it.
Yeah.
But I thank you for saying it. We're not trying to make light of it.
Yeah.
But I feel there's so many people that I
Try to
can't
hide it?
hide it. Maybe if people will treat you differently, like when
Yeah.
we used to cough and people are like, what's wrong
Yeah.
with this guy? Remember
Yeah.
that meme?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so I'm trying. It's hard because I ask people like nothing. Hey, have you gone to Corona?
You can't ask anybody.
And it feels like, hey,
yeah, they can
hey,
sue you.
Hey.
Yeah,
Let's talk about dirty stuff, no?
Yeah.
Anyway.
And at least you're saying coronavirus, and I know that you're saying that because there's been an executive order signed by Joe Biden. It's no longer the Chinese virus or the Wuhan virus, which makes, I think, executive order number 34. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But, you know, we need encouragement this morning, Saulo, so we're going to give our people some encouragement. If you're like Saulo and I, and you got coronavirus, and you've been down and out, and you're still coughing, and you don't have vapor rub at your disposal, and you're just like, what happened, man? I went to sleep. We had a chance in Pennsylvania still. We had a chance in Georgia. We thought Arizona was going to flip. None of that happened. Okay, it turns out that they cheated. All right, so we're putting our eggs in the cheating basket. Turns out we ran out of gas, and then the Capitol tragedy happens.
Yeah.
You know, we lose the Georgia runoff. You know, the NRA apparently is declaring bankruptcy. Trump is off all social media.
So you're saying you're bringing encouragement right now?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Well, I was
Sorry.
like, whoa,
Hey,
bro.
We're just recapping. We're recapping.
You guys like, wow, encouragement.
So
That's good.
before we get to encouragement, you know, we're just recapping what's been going on. Dude, in order for people to have medicine, you got to tell them how they're sick. First,
Okay,
bro.
you got to identify the problem.
I'm diagnosing
Got
you
it.
guys right now, right?
Thank you.
They took Trump off all social. I'm bored on social.
Bro, everybody's bored.
And Charlie Kirk had mentioned this, man. It was funny because they took him off TikTok.
Bro, they took him off, what's it called? Oh my God, Spotify.
Spotify, dude.
They took him off Spotify.
Can you imagine, though, in a
Nah,
funny turn of events, bro, if Trump were taken off all social media and he said, you know what, I'm going on TikTok, dude. And he started to report to us on TikTok. Dun, 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 the weekend, like he's just getting down,
his
bro.
account will be like massive.
Oh, bro, his messages on TikTok would be so good.
It'll be awesome.
The one platform that he tried to kick out of the country, bro,
that's true.
he's using as his platform.
That would have been so funny.
You know, but, you know, and just a real quick side note on social media being taken off of that. If you haven't seen the movie, it's on Apple TV right now, The Dissident. You got to watch The Dissident. It talks about how Saudi Arabia uses social media platforms to get their messages out and how they pull people off social media to suppress messages as well. The Dissident, highly recommend. It's an autobiography.
Did it make you scared? Because it's scary.
Scared me.
You showed it. You showed parts
scary.
to me, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Because this is something that we know.
Yeah.
One of the things a comment my wife made some time ago. He says, "You know how you can get rid of Corona in your mind? Stop watching the news.
Stop watching the news.
Because
And Vicks.
And Vicks. That's what happened to me, bro. Because I felt sick. I felt horrible, and then I would look up Corona, right, or COVID, and I would see so many bad news.
Yeah.
I started getting just like, man, maybe I have that too, you know. And you start building something on your mind. The physical is true, but also the mental, emotional, and your reactions are too. So you got to be careful.
Okay, so we have a question. First question is, what does Vicks do to the chest hair? Is it get stuck in there? Does it get clumpy, bro? Do you put it on the chest?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I have a smoother chest than you, so but what happens?
Bro, I would do this at night. This is funny. Like, because I was like in bed like this, and then we'd get Vicks, put it right here.
Yeah. Oh, and the mustache.
Yeah, on the nose, so I can
okay,
smell it.
okay.
And then I would just go like this. And then I would try to go to sleep like this.
Yeah.
Not to be moving around and
Yeah.
just smell everything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But you have a baby now, so you got to be careful, right?
I'm
Mom
moving
wakes up
around.
with a face full of Vicks, bro. That'd be funny.
No mocos. No
All
mocos.
right. So, if a lot of things have happened in the last month. And as a conservative, if you're just kind of like completely down and out, is it as bad as it feels, Saulo? Is it really?
Did you get to that point?
Yeah.
That you had to tell yourself, hey, because this happens to all of us, that you overthink a problem or oversee or overfeel a problem. But a lot of times it's just you overthinking.
Right.
But then you have to tell yourself, hey, get out of it. Get out.
Yeah.
Did you do that did you have to do that to yourself to say, hey, Chris, come on.
Yeah.
You're overdoing the emotional part.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to get back on track and realize, look, dude, as a Christian, we understand that, we know how this story goes.
Yeah.
We know how this ends. The God that we serve today is the same God that was around during Nero's days.
Yeah.
Man, we've been through kings. We've been through leaders.
We've been through
Xerxes.
Bill Clinton. We've been through that.
We've been through that, man. So, I mean, if you think I'm tripping about 4 years of Joe Biden, I'm not.
Got it.
I'm really not. Now, let's talk about, the prognosis and the excitement of a lot of this. The Dems don't have 60 seats, Saulo, right? They have 50. What does it mean? Why do I say we don't have 60 seats?
There's opportunity to move some stuff.
There's opportunity, and the filibuster is still intact. Dude, the filibuster.
Yeah.
It's weird, bro.
Yeah.
It's weird. So I'm not going to lie. I didn't know what filibuster was.
You have to
And there's
investigate how it works.
How does a filibuster, it's a weird role in law. So just to catch you guys up to speed, if you're a guy who still uses Vicks and drinks Sprite to cause or to cure
Clean.
all, then you probably don't know what filibuster is.
That's on me. If you use Vicks, you don't know what a
You don't know what
filibuster
a
is.
filibuster
That's
is.
like a.
So let me get you really quickly up to speed. Back in the day, right, before something could actually get to the Senate, they had to do a vote on it. And so before there was a vote on it, there was a debate. And a filibuster was if people would debate long enough, essentially people would just get over it, get bored with it, and it would never make it to the floor.
Yeah.
So this was a filibuster. Just really, like, there was a guy, I think, who once debated
Going like
for
this all the
24
time.
hours.
Like-
all the
like
time.
that.
Boom, 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 boom.
Just get up. Yeah.
And so, it takes 60 votes out of the 100 for something to actually get voted on. And right now, there is a 50-50, which the tiebreaker would go to Kamala.
Que mala. For los
Kamala.
Latinos.
Kamala Harris.
Harris.
Right.
Harris.
So,
Harris
they're-
Potter.
you know, the Dems, they don't have 60 seats, so they're not really, it's nothing really too crazy. Nancy...
Sorry, just take it out.
Oh, I was like, what, you got an interpretation?
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi, she didn't get 244 seats in the House, right? They got a 7-seat majority. And not everybody always shows up
No.
to vote, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, when they voted for Pelosi, this lady she had COVID, but she still went to go for Pelosi. Wow. Here's my vote. Don't touch anything. Like,
So,
that's me right now. But
You know, so we still have opportunity. We got some elections coming up in a couple of years. We got, people are thinking that Arizona's done for. Florida, we might as well refer to as Alabama, man. Florida used to be a swing state, man, and now it's about as red as they get, man.
Yeah.
It's about as red as they get. So a lot of people are leaving California, which if you're a conservative, please stay in California. We need as many conservatives as we need.
so weird.
I was spending a lot of time in California, listening to a lot of California pastors, and bro, California, man, they're waking up.
Yeah.
They're waking up.
Yeah. They're frustrated. They're irritated.
frustrated.
Because,
Irritated.
bro, I think we all go to extremes, and sometimes I think the church has gone to the extreme of we just gotta love everybody. We just gotta be nice to everybody. And after a while, that thing, there's another side to sermons, theology, attitudes in Christ, because talking about, remember, the sword of the Spirit.
Sword of the Spirit.
It's to attack also.
to play offense.
There's a shield that you protect,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, but there's also going forward, being on the offense. So,
On the offense.
So I think the church is getting to that point. You're like, you know what? There's a revolution coming. I don't know.
Man, so
In the mind, internally in the church, I think there's a revolution internally in the church.
Yeah.
Before it goes outside.
well, people they're just fed up
Yeah.
at this point, and whether you believe in, Christianity, wherever you put your faith, people are just getting tired. The spirit is getting tired.
Yeah.
Whether you believe you have a spirit, a soul, whatever it is, people are getting tired. In California, you can see it. It's a fatigue, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to the church, and there's a lot of churches that are getting shut down right now. There's a Capitol, or not Capitol, it's Calvary Church. Calvary Church, they're under attack right now in Mission Valley. And so the craziness of it is, the churches that are getting shut down are churches that in the past haven't gotten involved in politics. So the politicians that are shutting them down, the churches are wondering what's going on. And we're like, remember,
so
your
easy.
church didn't want to talk about
Yeah,
politics.
yeah,
So the
yeah.
politicians that got elected are now. And so that's why it's important. And a lot of the churches out there are encouraging their congregations, get involved, run for city council, run for any board, get involved in, your community. And it's important, I think, for Christianity to be involved in politics.
And it's funny because Christianity, they teach us to be respectful of others and considerate of others. But there's a
Oh,
point.
you're not a Baptist, huh?
Yeah, they don't teach you that. That is so true. That is so true. So on that note, I think it's very delicate. For example, I have a friend of mine that we argue politics all the time, right? Debate, argue, whatever you want to call it, because it gets out of hand. But he's that type of Christian where like, well, what is it to you? And for example, the transgender topic, right? What is it to you if they want to do that, right?
sports.
Yeah, the sports and teaching that to kids. What is it to you? How does that affect you?
Wait, before we go further, what gender do you identify as?
Healed from COVID.
You, okay.
And it's a new one.
Undisclosed.
Undisclosed, yes. Anyway, so
Yeah.
so he says, what is it to you, bro, that they want to be transgender and they want to teach that in their schools? I'm like, because Amadito later on is going to be learning that.
Yeah.
And he's going to spend a lot of time in school, and I don't want laws to get out of hand to the point that they say in school, this is the norm.
Sure.
That a man could identify as a woman. And we need to think like that. But the church is overthinking of, no, let's just love on them and it's just okay. Let's not tell them anything. And that's the way a lot of bad things spread. And
Sure.
we need to be aggressive.
Sure. And one thing that I think was really interesting is I don't think the city or the state actually of California is in the interest of really shutting down churches. One thing I heard a pastor say is what they're interested in is shutting down churches that are speaking truth, right? Churches that are conforming right now, they're letting them go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they're talking about state-run churches, churches that are preaching just what the gospel actually is not.
Yeah.
We got a lot of pastors right now that are flirting with, what the truth is and what their congregation wants to hear. And in which case, I hope the state does shut them down, right?
Yeah.
But just making sure, let me get off my soapbox here. Be aware of.
Bro, you were going to bring encouragement this morning.
Bro,
What's going on? Are you going to get there?
I got there.
Do I need to buy another one of these? Who has one of these?
I was talking about the Dems not having 60 seats. With
got it.
Trump is his impeachment. It looks like it's kind of going forward, but we're hoping that it doesn't make it to the Senate. What do you think? We losing the guy because we're putting a little. I'm starting to campaign for 2025, bro. 2025, make America great again.
What?
Again.
Dang,
bro.
Again a nerd.
Again a nerd.
I just why are they doing that? Why? What's the interest? Are they trying to eliminate him? Are they trying to say, you know what? We don't want this type of because if you're on Biden's side, Trump's side, whatever. Like if he's still running. Anyway, I'm always thinking, can you admit that Biden has negative stuff? I can admit that Trump has a lot of bad stuff. I can. Right. He's not a perfect candidate.
Right.
But the stuff that he does say, there's some areas that I agree that I think are stronger platforms, regardless of his personality, character, or whatever.
Right.
But then I started thinking, why are they so adamant about trying just to eliminate him after his presidency? I start thinking there's some special interest. They're like, we don't want somebody like this trying to drain the swamp or bringing light to some hidden crap. Anyway.
Right. So it's... I just missed... I'm just going to say this. And please, as we're talking, whether you're for Biden, against Biden, comment, let us know what you like so far about this administration. If you like executive orders, Biden is your... Get a poster. You get a poster.
Yeah.
He is crushing the executive order game.
And what did he say about Trump? He said that anybody that rules on the basis of executive orders is close to tyranny.
Tyranny, dictators.
A dictator, I'm sorry, dictator. That's what he said. And now he's got more than anybody else.
Oh, bro.
I'm like, wow, bro.
He literally is the CEO of America. He is the chief executive order. He is just putting them out, cranking them out. So, a lot of people are talking about that. That's a big topic right now. Dude, real quick, March 2020, you remember whenever we said stay indoors for 2 weeks so we can flatten the curve? Did you see MSNBC? 3 masks, bro.
Wow. No anal swabs.
No.
Bro, yes. In China, they're instituting...
I've been talking about those for years.
I've been doing them.
Yes,
I'm also a client. I'm also a customer. But yeah, I remember 2 weeks? What was it? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
To flatten the curve.
In March.
And
we'd be able to celebrate Easter.
And the experts told us that. Those are the experts talking. Now it's 3 masks.
Yeah.
And then they put the percentage of 2 masks and then 3 masks.
Bro. And next is what? Bag and duct tape over your head. for those of you guys.
And a cork up your butt. And a cork up your butt. We need to close every orifice.
Oh,
anyway.
Man. So, there's this girl put something real quick. I'm going to totally change gears here because I think about the news that's happening today, and if Trump were still in office, bro, you're still getting high on the
VIX. I'm getting high on the VIX.
You want to tell you what filibuster is again, bro? Those brain cells I just got
it. Yeah,
you just killed them,
they
bro.
awaken.
You just killed them.
Bro, it's funny because I go like this, and Amado wants to eat everything. My little boy wants to eat everything. But when he sees me do this, he goes...
Yeah, give him some, bro. Give him a hit. Give him a little hit. Give him a little hit. Sell it, yeah. So this girl quoted, "The next time everybody's about to make a lot of money, could someone please shoot me a text?" So there's a buzz going on right now. And I think about how if Trump were in office with this GameStop stuff going on, bro, it'd be smashed. So are you keeping up with this stuff?
Yes, GameStop.
You invest in all that stuff?
No, I don't invest, but...
No, okay.
No.
Okay, so for those of you guys who aren't in touch with what's going on with GameStop...
Get VIX first before you get this knowledge. bring the knowledge.
There's a lot of people making money right now,
Like
bro.
this.
Like this. So GameStop is on the brink of, I mean, and people in Wall Street, they're shorting GameStop for a long time. And for those of you who don't know what shorting is, where you're just kind of betting against the market, you're creating this gap. And Wall Street gets mad because on Reddit, there's a group of like 19-year-olds having a sleepover in their parents' garage.
What can we do? What should we do?
And you know, they're not really necessarily doing it to make money. They're doing it to really just break the system, right? They just want to totally
or prove that the system's already
prove
right.
that yes, exactly. That's what I should say. And so they just start going hard on it. It goes up like 400% for no sense whatsoever. And what do these big Wall Street players do? You know, how do you handle that in that situation? Do you call other Wall Street players? You know, we're losing all our money.
They're making us look bad.
These
They're
hedge
making-
funds, right? No, they pick up the phone and they get the government involved, man. The government immediately interjects, and you think, man, if we could only have our government reopen schools that fast, right?
Wow.
If we could only have our government get involved
Wow.
in things. I mean, dude, it's
hadn't
crazy.
thought of that.
You mess with somebody, you mess with the government's money, bro. Whoa, it's like they just took a
Hey. Don't mess with my VIX.
bro.
I hadn't thought of that.
Bro, it's crazy. So, from the sense of what's going on right now with GameStop, it's a movement, man. And you look at also AMC. You remember those
Yeah,
theaters?
yeah, the
man?
theater. Yeah.
Where everybody would get
Yo.
COVID. I swear, COVID existed in AMC theaters long before COVID
Exactly,
came from
yeah.
China. But you know, so it's on the brink of like being dead, and then all of a sudden, it's like just booming through.
Yeah.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah,
What,
no-
did theaters reopen? Is Selena, back
Wow.
out in theater? Like, what happened?
Yeah. Bitty Bam 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 again?
Bitty bitty bum bum, bro.
I think the next person that's going to do that is Blockbuster. Blockbuster's like, do your thing.
Dude, yeah, you know, and so then
Chris-
you remember BlackBerry? BlackBerry's the third one, bro.
Oh.
BlackBerry. Pew! Are people buying Blackberries again?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Did you ever have a BlackBerry?
No, bro, not in the last 24 hours. But their stock, the ticker, is just shooting through the roof.
Okay, Chris, you are an investor, right? You
I love to invest.
You love to invest.
I love it.
I would always say this ignorantly, and I would say this that
Yeah.
that money doesn't exist because they're numbers. Doesn't that cause fear? Because a lot of things that happen in the stock market is based on perception, right?
true,
It's not that here's $10, give me 20.
It's a fugazi.
It's a fugazi.
Yeah.
Anyway, so for example, doesn't that put fear in people saying, you know what, something that was worthless from, let's say, GameStop, let's say value was $1, and then suddenly in a day, there's a perceived value of 30,000. It's nowhere. They didn't do anything different.
No.
It was just a perception, some numbers on a computer.
Yeah.
Doesn't that scares me? That saying,
Yeah.
you're telling me that in a day, something that had just had a number 1 on a computer went to 300,
Sure.
and nothing happened.
Yeah.
There's no more value. They didn't add value to the industry. It was just changing. You know what? Let me put it 25.
Well, I would take, based on what you just said, I would take your wallet, I would put it in a safe, and I'd lock it up. Because you used a lot of emotional terms.
Yes.
You said that would scare me, right? So you can't, first off, the moment you're investing in something, your emotions have to go away. The concern is, how broken this system truly is. For something to change that for no sense whatsoever, for these stocks to be doing what they're doing right now without any sort of sense or rhyme or reason, it's just completely broken the system. So will there be people right now that are actually getting investigated? Absolutely. There's
Yeah.
going to be some 20-year-old out of Omaha or wherever, and he's going to be, his mom's making him a ham and cheese sandwich, and there's a knock at the door, and mom's like, Carl, I think somebody's here for you. One of your friends wants to play.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the FBI, and they're going to come in, and they're just going to knock Carl's mom out, and they're going to take Carl, throw him in cuffs, and they're going to treat him like a dissident, bro. They're just going to completely... And
Don't make us look, not that of his crime. This is going to be his crime. Don't make us look bad again.
Don't make us
Don't
look bad
reveal our truth.
Yeah. So at the end of it, you think about who's in office right now, and Biden, for somebody who's completely, he didn't run much of a campaign outside of just don't vote for Trump.
He can't even run. First of all, he can't even run.
His whole campaign, and this is where I have a little bit of hope to give you guys hope.
Okay, bring it. I've been waiting for the hope.
And you guys know that this is a bipartisan show, right?
Yes, completely neutral. We're neutral. Completely neutral.
If you look at the spectrum, we're right in the middle with Fox News. We're right in the middle with conservative talk radio. So
we love both. We hate both. We love both. We hate both.
So there's a few things that are just true. The law of gravity. What goes up
Must come down.
Must come down.
Like my tia's panza. Continue.
Anything in motion stays in motion, right?
Centropy.
Boom.
Is that the word?
I don't know.
Science 101.
Bro.
Is this wrong? Is it bad? I don't know. Is it bad? I don't know.
And the Democrats will mess everything up. We know these things. These are just laws.
Yeah.
These are inevitable traits.
Absolutes.
These are absolutes.
That's absolutes.
And Dems will mess things up. So we give it about 100 days and we're watching. And right now you're seeing Dems turn on each other. You're having a lot of chaos. And for what reason? Because, we didn't really get much of a direction when Biden was running. We didn't know what he was standing for except don't vote for Trump. And that was a lot of, and so now that they got that, now that they did, people who voted for Biden and got him in office, I think they cheated. But there's a little bit of evidence, and somebody cheated. Manipulated. But you can't talk about that, or this show will get taken off the program. We gotta stay neutral. So Biden won a fair and square election, and so now we're waiting to see. Hey, well, what's going to happen now? Where do we go from here? And they're fumbling around, and Biden has said nothing in the last 48 to 72 hours. All of this market manipulation, Wall Street, and for a guy who is all about Main Street and not Wall Street, I haven't heard from Biden.
Okay, hold on.
I haven't heard from him.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
Okay.
That's true. Okay. So
that was good. That was
okay.
good. That just enlightened the whole show. You need some of that. Okay. Here we go.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
Got it.
Guy,
Thank you. Wow.
That makes a lot of sense.
Perspective.
Appreciate that.
You brought perspective.
All right, so now that we know that, we're getting in there. We're signing a lot of executive orders. We see where his emphasis is. We see, there's been, and I'm not going to, this is not this show where we're going to talk about transgenders competing in, male or female, but I've seen a lot of even my Democratic friends on social media being like, I don't like this. And then their Dem friends are blah, 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 and they're just attacking, and I'm like, wow. So there's a lot of uproar, right? On day
Maybe
one
this is a good thing.
The most amount of people lost their jobs ever, bro. And you know who's the guy in Canada?
Trudeau.
Trudeau. He endorsed Biden. And whether or not the other Canadians were in agreement, which I don't think they were, and what does he do? And Biden do? He goes and he shuts down the pipeline, and then Trudeau's kind of like,
bro, he's like,
Oh man, what a really interesting.
Bro, special interest, man. If somebody did a documentary on special interests within the government on why they take certain decisions, because sometimes some stuff is principle, some stuff is I made an arrangement with this guy that I was gonna make some rules or changes, so this guy can get rich, so he can give me a percent.
Yeah.
Ah man, but anyway.
Crazy.
Scary.
And so, we're just kind of at this point now, and for those that are pro-life, Biden's got executive orders that really are hard to read, hurtful to really kind of review. But we're a little bit deflated right now, and we feel like we've been deceived. But in reality, you really haven't been deceived because really there was no plan at all.
Yeah.
The few things that
or you got what you voted for.
You got what you didn't vote for.
Or you got what you
because I don't know that. I think some of the voters. I think they weren't.
They weren't
dead.
There were some people who were dead.
Okay, got it. Some people, yeah.
Sure.
So you got what you voted for or didn't vote for, and here we are. And like Tracy says here in the comment section, that's politics, folks. Is this different? You were around for JFK, right? So are we living in uncharted times, or is this how it felt with like LBJ? And
well, the thing is, I always say this about problems. Every time you're in a problem, in that moment, it feels like that's the worst moment
problem
you've ever been.
Yeah,
and that's how it feels. That's what your mind and all your emotions feel. So, as you think of this, for example, you see a Bill Clinton, impeachment with him as well, because he was smoking in the girls' room. Somebody else was smoking. Somebody else was smoking his whatever. Anyway, so. They went through that.
Right.
So it made us look bad internationally.
Right.
He looked bad as a president. People that voted for him, that didn't vote for him, they made fun of him, and people that were still supporting him. So I can imagine at that moment, I wasn't that involved or that interested maybe that moment it felt like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is with social media, it's exaggerated. It's like I was saying about what my wife says. Well, you want to not think about it, turn off the TV, turn off social media, and you won't be obsessed with this. So I don't know. I just think it's inflated with social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So It doesn't matter, in my opinion, and I don't want to give Biden too much credit for all the evil that's happening right now, right? Because we got just really amazing and interesting things happening in the country. And the reason I say amazing and interesting, and I'm not dumb or blinded, I'm not delirious. I'm excited though, because for somebody that appreciates world history or U.S. history or anything else. We can learn a lot from what's going on. They say there's two types of people right now. People who are excited that Biden's in office, and then people who understand history. Right?
Oh, wow.
And for those that understand history, we're kind of like, ooh, we've seen this happen before,
Yeah.
right? We're not far from being on a train heading to the gulag to go make some bricks. So we need to wake up. And then there's some who are like, that's a conspiracy, and you're a dissident, and you're an anarchist, and you're a whatever. But this guy tweeted out this, and I'm just going to read it. It says, they have rigged everything, silenced dissent with tech censorship and financial deplatforming, rigged the economy with insider trading, rigged democracy with lobbying and mass immigration, and they'll tell you with a straight face that racist rednecks are the problem, right? Saulo and I have the privilege of not being rednecks or racist.
The privilege of not being redneck.
Can Mexicans be rednecks?
I don't know. What's a redneck?
I think.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay,
No. Let me see. Yeah, it says Vix here will keep you from ever being a redneck.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
What's a redneck? Because some people explain it to me a little bit different. What is a redneck?
A redneck, I would imagine.
I would imagine. Don't take my word for it. Reading Rainbow.
Which leads us to our sponsors, Rednecks and Chevy Trucks. We want to thank everybody. So
What's a redneck?
Man, dude, I don't know. It's just a slur. The redneck, because you're out in the
Working hard.
You're working. You're doing hay, baling hay, and shoveling dirt, and your neck gets red from the sun, so they call you a redneck.
Yeah.
Country boy.
Yeah.
All country boys.
Yeah.
Now, not to take away from the fact that I do think, I know there's, cultural diversity out there right now, and there's a lot of things that we're working on, but literally tons of things happening in our country right now. When people say like, hey man, you're pro-life, are you a single issue voter? And in a way, a lot of Democrats were single issue voters this last time when it came to,
There's some issues that are very close to your heart.
Sure.
And you run with it harder than this one.
Right.
That's normal.
Are you a single issue voter?
At the moment, Biden made me.
Yeah.
Biden made me a little bit because this abortion thing is just,
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
We both listen to Turek, right?
Yes.
And believe it or not, and I didn't know this, and I'm embarrassed I didn't know this, but January is pro-life month, right? It's a month of,
To me, it's the whole year.
it's the
That's stupid. Yeah, I'm joking.
Bruh. All right, so I think in January I'm supposed to dump cold water on the other person, the challenge month. But Turek was saying, I'm not a single issue voter, but I'm a single issue disqualifier. Right?
Wow,
Yeah,
that's good,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, isn't that good?
That is so
Isn't
good.
that good. He said, I am a single issue disqualifier. And, at the end of the day, if we can't agree on life, I can't agree on you. And I thought that was really powerful. So, anyways.
That's perspective right there, bro. Thank you.
perspective.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
This thing is good. This is good.
It's so good.
Man, we want to thank Good Morning Clint Proctor. He says, good morning, Chris Cano. Lino Cano's locked on. Angie Arredondo Montoya, thank you.
y'all.
Estela Hasso says, I guess Mexicans can be Vixniks. Wow, that was deep. Thank you, girl. Meredith Marty is logged on. Carlos Edu Martin del Campo. Charlie Cash Frias, thank you for logging on. Estela Hasso. Aaron Roberts. Melissa Oliver. V. Moreno. Happy belated birthday, Saulo Alonso Rodriguez. Wow.
Yeah. Good morning.
That was a long
everybody.
name.
Trevor Ulrich says GME to the moon. Look at him. He's talking stocks. I cannot, if anybody commenting stocks on here, I don't endorse or, so Trevor, you better not be wrong, but I would say GME.
Bro, let's do that to Vix. Let's
Vix,
put him on the map
Let's
again.
put him on Reddit. Let's go.
The problem now is media decides what should or should not be an outrage,
Isn't
Robert.
that the truth?
That is
Isn't
so
the truth?
true. Thank you, Robert.
People are being silenced like crazy right now. And you know what's interesting right now? We were talking a little bit about this GameStop, and I want to kind of quickly go back to that. These stocks that are inflated out of nowhere, there's this platform Robinhood, and Robinhood got shut down.
Yeah.
And Robinhood got shut down, and people, weren't able to go and do their transactions. And it's a free market, right? That's the whole thing. That's the purpose of the bull and the bear and everything else. A free market, and everybody in America loves to say free market, and people on Wall Street have the bull and the bear on their desk, and free market, free market. Well, what kind of free market do we have whenever you suppress these platforms where this trading is happening. So it happened with Robinhood, that platform where the trading stopped. And you also have to think, like, did this happen? Like, why does this, feel familiar? Because it happened with Parler, bro. The moment some little guy tries to go against the big guy, Parler tried to go against Twitter, they're getting shut down.
Yeah.
And it's the same three ticker signals, man. It's the same three. You got Apple, you got Amazon, you got Facebook, and those three entities. And so to not give Biden too much credit, I think big tech is scary.
It's scarier.
Big tech is scarier.
Bro, somebody put the other day that Elon Musk should come up with a new phone. That could change the game.
Elon Musk just tweeted something out recently where he mentioned Bitcoin, and like that, it went up $5,000. Like, dude, do you have Bitcoin?
No. You do?
No,
I have VIX.
We're both looking at, of course we don't have Bitcoin.
Of course we don't.
Of course we don't have Bitcoin.
Because we're educated.
Hey, shout out to all of our friends who have Bitcoin who support this show. Save us some Bitcoin. If it gets to a place where we need Bitcoin
or gold, which is more valuable right now, gold or Bitcoin? I don't know.
Please chime in. Help Saulo and I. We just have, we got cash.
Bro, somebody's cash? Really? Who has cash? That's so 70s. Bro, Anthony Fonseca says a lot of voters are regretting the choice they made. I told a friend the other day, I'm like, bro, I love Trump. I voted for Trump twice. And not like Biden, I mean, in 2016 this time. And I told him, go ahead, make fun of me. I'm like, fine, make fun of me, it's cool, whatever. But at that moment, bro, he didn't want to say anything because he's not happy with Biden anymore. Like back during the voting, everybody's like, yeah, forget Trump, let's go for Biden. But now, some of my friends that were so Biden now, I don't see them post anything at all.
Yeah,
they're not posting anything.
Biden. Yeah, so the thing though, and shout out to all my Democrat friends.
You have any?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I like them. And that's all you need for a friendship.
That's true.
One person has to like the other.
Yeah,
that's a friendship.
Got it.
Right? And so shout out to all of them, man. They had a lot of energy and they did a really great job, even in the Georgia runoffs, man. They're beasts. Yeah. And we've talked about this in previous shows, how much energy they have. The youth, the energy, most...
The Dems stick together. I wish the Republicans would learn from the Democrats. Yeah, they go hard together. They do everything together. They're like, today we're going to do this. Let's do it all together. Yeah, they're amazing.
They're amazing. It's beautiful. It's not beautiful. I've immediately regretted saying that.
Yeah. We're going to eat poop together, guys.
Bro, Dems annoy me.
They poop together, but they do it together. But they're eating poop.
Yeah.
But together. I don't know what's better.
Okay, so, and we're back. So, the one thing I would say is, the problem I think as conservatives have and as Republicans have is we gas out, man. We gas out, we lose our energy. Right now, people
we
feel
turn
that
on each other.
We turn on each other, bro. We're rednecks.
Vic smelling
we
Mexicans.
smell Vicks. We don't know what Bitcoin is and a filibuster. and Democrats are smart. They're
very smart.
They went to good school. And I'm totally...
They know how to play the game, bro, better than Republicans.
Yes, they do. And so what I will say is, it's important for us to understand this isn't 4 years until
Brina is a Dem. Brina, thank you for coming on our show,
Thank
Brina.
you, Brina.
Brina, thank you.
So I will say that, and I'm totally being serious here. Conservatives, we gas out. As Republicans, we gas out. You guys think that it's 4 more years till change can happen. We have another election coming up in about a year and a half. We're
close to home, close to heart.
So the Senate is up, and don't forget, that in Georgia we still have a Republican governor. So although the Senate is in favor of the Dems right now in Georgia, we still have a Republican conservative governor. So there's a lot of opportunity. So you guys can't gas out. You got to stay motivated. You got to run for your local politics. In May of this year, we have local politics.
We're excited.
We're excited.
Motivated. Yeah.
Greg Brockhouse, we're going to talk about it. I'm not. So I wanted to bring him on the show this morning, and Saulo was like, no, not yet. And
well, let me tell you, let's take advantage of this moment.
Let's do it.
Next Wednesday, Greg Brockhouse officially is launching his political campaign to run for mayor of San Antonio.
That's right.
And we're going to broadcast it live.
Right.
Yeah, we'll let you know the specifics if you can come and be with us, because there's going to be food. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be.
But we love the guy. First of all, we love the guy. Yes. We love the guy, and we love. We're not disqualifying him on his political platform because we love his political platform. Yeah. But next Wednesday, we're gonna broadcast it. So we'll let you know more information. But we're excited.
We're excited. And
Very.
so after that Wednesday, I'm going to have him on the show on Friday, and
Yeah.
we're going to talk a little bit about his agenda and if he is elected our mayor, what he wants to do and what he thinks has been good in the last couple of years or last 4 years and what he wants to change and what he wants to keep the same.
Takeaways,
and,
yeah.
and just have a really cool conversation with the future mayor of San Antonio.
Yeah.
Right?
Bro, we're gonna need a lot of Vicks with
lot of
Greg.
Vicks.
A lot of Vicks
with
because
Greg.
Greg is a heady, interesting, smart, very educated, very informed.
People loving,
People
city
loving.
business
Yeah.
loving.
He's business loving. He's raza. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
We love Greg, so we're excited.
You know, and I've been teasing. You know, there've been some teasers on Facebook. So I've been teasing.
You a
and
provocateur?
I was teasing and flirting with the audience a little bit, and people were like, "I thought you were gonna run for mayor." I don't. When you just described Greg, all these attributes and strengths, he's a beast. He's
Yeah.
a beast.
Yeah.
And so I fully put my energy and effort behind that dude getting elected as the mayor of San Antonio. I want to learn a lot from him.
Yeah.
And maybe there's an opportunity for me in the future.
Yeah,
man.
bro, and he provoked this in my mind, which I
Would
love.
you guys vote for me? Did you guys vote for me?
Yeah. What,
you
in
vote?
fact, what position do you think he should run
What
for?
position do you think I should run for? I'm over here
And be
talking
careful.
about local
Hey,
politics.
hey, be careful what you answer.
Yeah, please. Maybe we'll see what happens whenever Greg's elected, and I do want to learn a lot from him, and so we're going to have him on the program, and like Saulo said, we're going to stream his announcement on Wednesday and everything else, so you guys join us on this journey all the way to May,
Yeah.
and yes, we got some fundraising going on, so we're going to be posting a lot of that. For those of you guys who are like, I want to get behind Greg, I'm going to tell you to put your money where your mouth is, right?
Yeah. Aaron says, hell yeah. Sorry, I put emotions on it.
Oh,
but-
yeah.
Anyway, something that Greg said that he educated me on is that thank God that we can vote for our president and stuff like that. But he says local elections can be more effective. You can be more effective getting involved in your local elections because that's where a lot of change is happening that you can see, you can be part of. So, and Greg provoked in me the wanting to be more involved in local elections. So
That's good.
It's going to be amazing.
That's good. So I think he's going to get it.
Yep.
We're going to get the Russians to help us out.
Chinese. Oh, the Chinese already went Biden.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, yeah.
Well, there's a couple of Twitter accounts we're gonna have to shut down. They're very anti-Greg, and so we'll get them censored, and we'll
Make a list. We'll make a
list.
private Facebook
Yeah,
group and
yep.
just blast them.
Okay.
Talk about them.
So we have Saulo and I have some good ideas on
Yes.
how we feel confident
Yes.
that Greg,
Yeah.
Some
good ideas just like that.
Greg is gonna call me any moment. It's like,
Like,
please
bro,
stop
guys."
endorsing me.
Yeah, I know,
Stop
like,
endorsing me.
I de-endorse these guys.
Oh man.
La Raza needs a new voice. Oh, Johnny.
yeah.
Brenda Galvan, thank you for logging on. Rosie, can go, Greg?
Go, Greg.
Rosie.
Yeah.
Rosie gets involved. It
Yeah,
changes
dude, my mom
everything.
is, yeah. And believe it or not, Saulo and I, we have social media platforms and, a little bit, there's much influence in the veteran space. But my mom, bro, everybody loves my mom. My
Your
mom
mom's
says to
amazing.
vote for somebody, you better vote for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, wait, we need to make a video. But anyway, I think you're getting sucked. Every time I turn my reminders on for the podcast, they get turned off somehow. Yes.
Ooh, I'm getting sucked. I mean, we're saying a lot of really target words, but
I
we're
know,
not even
right?
trying to.
Bro, check out what this guy says. Morning, y'all need to get on Rumble, Cloud Hub, Gab. One day Facebook will knock you out. You're too real and truthful. We need to. Beth, thank you for
Thank
that
you for
reminder,
that.
Beth, because of this. We need to do that. We're going to do that because I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
But I think it's real. I think it's real that we need to say, you know what? Let's put our eggs in different baskets because the powers that be will want to shut you down.
Yeah, and I guess I just kind of, who's paying attention to us? We got our 50, 100 friends, and they tune in sometimes. So why can't we say Wuhan, China, Zuckerberg, Saudi Arabia, election fraud?
Don't say that word. That's the worst.
That's the one?
That's the one.
Don't say that?
That last one, the
EF?
The EF.
Okay, so when I go like this,
Okay.
you guys know I'm saying election fraud.
I'm not gonna say election fraud, guys. We just lost this podcast. We just lost this podcast, bro, because it's on YouTube and we're on Facebook. Hey, guys, follow us on Facebook.
Follow us on San Antonio Express News. We're gonna have a column in the paper.
Oh wow, we just lost this podcast. Anyway.
Thank you for those reminders. At the end of the day, we do want to speak truth, and I'm not trying to be a martyr, and I don't want to purposely get kicked
Just
off
became
platforms. I know. I definitely want to be able to be a voice and just say what my opinions are. That's all. You know what's interesting is a lot of the things that I've been posting or you know, a lot of the feedback and comments I get is, how can you follow, you know, Charlie Kirk? Right? Well, you know, isn't that interesting that I'm different than you?
I love that.
Don't you love that?
Bro, I was telling somebody yesterday, the guy we were talking in the kitchen, the cafeteria or the kitchen there, I was telling them my spiel, and I've said it, and I need to learn how to explain it better in English, because I can explain it better in Spanish. But in English, I have a hard time. I say this phrase: I don't believe in equality. It doesn't exist. It's a good idea, but it doesn't exist anywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I rather believe in we're different, and it's amazing.
It's beautiful.
There's no equality anywhere. Who's equal? I'm not equal to him. I'm not equal to my wife. There's different things that she thinks and I think differently, but I love that. And I don't think there's so us, we're trying to push to an imaginary, idealistic, beautiful, poetic, but it doesn't exist. It
doesn't exist.
And we should love the idea that we're so different, and it's awesome.
So in the antithesis of that, the opposite of that, and what I see in the government and the world altogether, you know, because the world actually gives a good perspective of what's happening, and we're going to talk a little bit about this in a second. But is who is trying to bring that balance? Who is saying, okay, if there is equality, and if we have any chance for equality, who's the prototype? And what are we trying to be equal to? Because if it's going to morph into this, you know, gender, you know, neutral, keep it simple, you know, you don't have to be, if you want to be 27 when you're 48, you can be 27, you go boy, you go girl. Like, dude, it's kind of like just this, when you put all the colors together, you just get like dark purple, right? So, you know, I think it's the uniqueness and the different colors and the different backgrounds and the different platforms. But, you know, the suppression that's going on right now and people trying to speak truth, again, I'm going to really endorse this movie, The Dissident, and whether, I don't know who filmed it. It could have been a Dem, and I'm totally promoting a liberal or a leftist. But, you know, it was interesting on how Saudi Arabia does things. And, man, I'm kind of scared. I'm talking about Saudi Arabia, dude. Is that
bro? You just messed up this whole podcast. Yeah. Go all in. Go all in.
I'm going all in, man.
What was this?
So, you know, the king out there right now, or the crown prince, if you will, right? Because Saudi Arabia is a monarchy. 80% of people in Saudi Arabia use Twitter. Another fun fact, was it Nigeria that just banned their country from using Twitter? What was that?
I don't know.
Some countries no longer using Twitter at all, but that was cool. But anyways, 80%, so 20% of America, to give you some context, 20% of Americans use Twitter. 80% of Saudi Arabians use Twitter. So the majority of their information from the monarchy, right, you know, it goes out via Twitter. And so you have to be careful when that much of your country is using one platform to get a lot of their information. Yeah. Right? So when you have these dissidents, these people who are like, no, the king and the crown prince aren't as awesome as you think they might be, or they may think they might be, right? And so, you know, and knowing that the crown prince is very involved in American politics, right? He buys a lot of jets and things from us, and, you know, him and Bezos.
He's got a lot of investments over here, a lot of investments.
And so, you know, he's got this plan, Vision 2030, and he's got all these big investors from America investing in that. So they have to keep an eye on what's being said on Twitter. They have to kind of control that narrative, especially when 80% of your country is using it. So these dissidents, they start posting, and they start tweeting, and they start saying things. They have in their monarchy one person who's like the crown prince of social media, and he created this platform where they have thousands of Saudi Arabians create like 10 Twitter accounts each, and if you say anything that is in opposition to the monarchy, they go and drown it out. They're called the flies. They're called the flies. So they go and they drown out that message and suppress that tweet and destroy that hashtag.
And that's what happens online. That's what happens online.
So when I say that it's important for us to understand, you know, kind of, you know, world history and what the world is doing, we're maybe on step like 2 or 3 out of like that bogus they're on step 97, but we're not doing things much differently than that.
Yeah.
You know? And so the flies, and it's called the flies. And so there was this guy in 2018, and he was in the embassy or the consulate, right? And he was going to get a document because he wanted to marry his fiance, and he never came out of the consulate. You guys probably heard this story, but it happened in 2018. They ended up keeping him in the consulate. They killed him, chopped him up, burned him. We still don't know, but we were very involved in that as Americans, and you know, there were a lot of people that were, you know, wondering, and the Wall Street Journal was, you know, tweeting like, where is, I think his name was Jahiv or Shahif, yeah. But and we should look that up and give him credit because he's a cool dude. But at the end of the day, you know, they totally got away with murdering this guy. And everybody on Twitter that was trying to put it out, everybody, they couldn't break the airwaves because these flies were controlling the narrative of Twitter. And so then what will happen is one of the flies, one of these Saudi Arabians will tweet out something positive about the monarchy and everybody will go and like it, share it. So it's so alarming. It's so alarming. If you don't understand how social media works and how it can work to either spread truth or suppress truth.
Jamal Khashoggi.
Jamal Khashoggi. Thank you guys for that. Yeah, that's exactly who it was. Jamal. And so, keep an eye out there for the social media platforms, what they're doing, how they're moving, who's owning them, who's running them, who's in cahoots with who, because it's scary, dude.
Well, somebody said the other day, the fact that people get excited when they get 50 likes on their Facebook page or their Twitter or whatever, their tweet, is very alarming because of this, because the government or like these guys can set up a system where they over-like some stuff and overshare it 1,000 times, and you're like, man, that's what's going on right now, and people start gravitating toward that type of communication. And anyway, and they're shutting down a lot of that stuff.
So lots of things happening in the world today. A lot of things happening in the United States.
Bro, when we started this podcast, you said you were going to bring some encouragement.
Yes.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah. We still have 5 minutes.
Okay, there we go.
So I want to know, in the Biden-Harris administration, what is it that we're excited about right now? What is it that we think that they've done? And I think, and it's no disrespect to the inauguration. Did you watch it?
No.
Okay. I watched clips of it.
Yeah.
2,000 and X amount of people, I forget how many they said, were just kind of on the sidelines. But there was a very powerful poem that was given.
Oh, yeah. The little black girl?
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
That was beautiful. I saw that.
And that has been the retweet, the tweet, the post. I mean, that's all they have.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful poem. It was, but where's Biden at?
Yeah.
That was the inauguration, and we're still sharing. And she's doing a poem at the Super Bowl. Really cool. Really cool. Yeah, really awesome. So
that's beautiful.
No matter what side you stand on, that girl knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Even Republicans and conservatives were like, that was really good. But where is all the great stuff that we're supposed to be celebrating right now in this presidency? I am hoping we are pro-American. Before Saul and I are pro-conservative, pro-Republican, we're pro-America. We want the best out of our president.
Do you think, like Georgia Rogers says, self-analysis is the breakfast of champions. In your self-analysis, do you sometimes put yourself like, I need to be more understanding of the other side? Not accepting, because sometimes we got to be careful. Do you ever say, you know what, I got to be more understanding of the other side? Do you ever put yourself in that type of thinking?
Of course. I try to.
It's
hard
hard
just for the sake of conversation. Right? Yeah. I try to for the sake of this podcast or for the sake of, just putting out is I always try to think like, where's the principle behind this policy? So a lot of policies in place, but if you don't understand the principle the policy backs up, like a lot of people are like, how can you get behind Trump? He's a womanizer. And I think, man, you think it's all about Trump. It's not. It's about the ticket. It's about, the conservative values that he's defending.
Yeah.
And so we've had a lot of great kings. We've had a lot of great leaders in the history of the earth, but the good news is, man, King Jesus sits on the throne, man.
Amen.
Biden thoughts, I will be a president for all Americans, even the ones that make them tacos.
True story.
Not racist.
True story. Not racist at all.
To everyone who says that I can't complete a coherent sentence.
Okay. Trying to analyze myself.
Yes.
I have, and you're going to see this. I'm not lying. Look at this. Look at this file.
Okay. Yeah, you got a lot of Biden memes.
Yeah, I have a lot of Biden memes.
Yeah.
And when Trump was running.
No memes.
No memes. Ooh. Anyway, I was trying to be, okay. But now he's president. I have a hard time because I love making fun of Biden because he's weird and funny. And I think he's a puppet. I don't think he's going to last a year. I think he's a,
Yeah.
Anyway.
What do you think about the new White House secretary? I miss
I
McEnany.
I miss McEnany. Kayleigh McEnany was a beast,
She's
bro.
a beast.
Yeah, she's a beast.
This new one's like,
I'll circle back with you.
I'll circle back with you.
I'll circle back with you. I don't have the information completely. Okay, guys, sorry for this because we need to learn how to have fun again. But this is funny. I want to take a picture of her right now, her face, and then in a year, if she lasts that long. I want to see how old she gets like this because that's gotta be brutal to her.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah.
So,
what do you say amen to that? They're gonna kill her. Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
No,
I'm joking. I'm
know.
joking. I'm
So,
joking.
dude, White House Secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, she was fun. She was a beast. But you said something that I think is going to be a slogan: "Make America fun again."
Yeah.
Make America fun again. Right? Trump was fun. Politics were fun.
Yeah,
Dude, I
yeah,
think politics
yeah.
are going to get boring. That's the thing. And before they get boring, they're going to get weird, right? So we're seeing a lot of crazy things happen, but you couldn't help but be excited whenever, Trump was in office.
Trump brought so many things.
An energy.
An energy. But again, check this out. He helped both a lot of people. For example, the fact that they hate him, even that, bro, it made people want to get involved.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends that just hated Biden never got into politics, but now they're informed. They're like, oh, I need to research.
Right.
I need.
That's
for
a good
example,
point.
Yeah,
Great point.
there's a particular person. Names will not be mentioned to protect the guilty, but there's this person that I say, tell me what did you like about Biden? If you hate Trump, tell me something you like about Biden. And they send me something that I know it's copy paste. It's copy paste. They research. Okay, what is Biden? But it's a good thing. They're researching. I love that. If that happens, that's beautiful. So Biden helped both sides in that aspect.
We hope you guys learn things from this podcast.
Before they take it down.
Oh, yeah. There's 32 executive orders that are currently in place. And if you don't go research those 32 executive orders, what do they mean to you? Like, and why is that a lot? And when you discover that the second most is like 4, right?
Yeah.
And then, before that it was 2, and then it was 0, 0, 0, 0. So it's not, why? What are the 32 executive orders? Go research that kind of stuff. Go understand that, And
Did you see that text that everybody was copying and pasting? They said on Inauguration Day, they said gas prices is at this level.
Yeah.
This is like this. This is like this. Let's see where we end up after Biden's presidency.
It's crazy.
That was very smart. That was very smart.
Yeah.
Take a screenshot of that. Let's see where we go.
There's and there's a lot of when you research, and just be careful. I fall for a lot of stuff, so a lot of stuff is manipulated right now.
Yes.
Remember whenever I thought Ice Cube and who
Oh
was
yeah.
it? 50 Cent.
50.
I thought they were wearing both Make America Great hats.
You posted
They were
it?
Photoshop, bro. Can you believe that? So,
Or that dinosaur that was downtown the other day.
When
Yeah.
you're wrong, just be wrong. And it's okay. I totally apologized. I said, hey, guys, sorry. Turns out that didn't happen.
Bro, check this out. I need more Vicks. Look at what Michelle said. So the White House secretary has to be recalcitrant. I need Vicks for that one.
I don't know,
Or is it this
recalcitrant.
one?
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international depression.
So
I don't know.
no, she just needs to be truthful. She needs to be honest. And anybody who wears cloth of our nation, I hope you would agree with me that.
What's that word?
I don't know, but
got
in whatever it is, I just doesn't matter. I'll speak my point on the White House secretary. She hasn't been truthful. And, she's been asked some really tough questions, and I'll give her that in her defense. And whenever she was asked about
ban?
Biden's immediate ban mask, 100 days ban, and then Biden is, straight up within 7 minutes of his presidency disregarding it and disobeying it. And when she's asked a question and she's just completely, just word vomit. Just true international. So and I'm not saying that it's her. She's got a tough job, right?
Yeah,
Whenever you got to
very
defend
tough,
somebody
very
who's not
tough.
honoring the own rules that he's playing by, then good luck with that, right? So whatever recalcitrant means, she needs to do more of that.
50% more,
She
and
need- she
then a
needs
little
to-
bit the other one.
yeah, adjust. Yeah,
Add a little
so-
bit of the other thing. Guys, thank you for
Final
watching
thoughts.
this 15
Biden.
minute podcast. Again, I think I gave my...
Before this podcast goes offline forever, what'd you think about the podcast? It was a good run, huh?
It was a good
I'm
run.
gonna miss you, bro.
Bro, maybe they sent COVID to us.
Maybe.
Maybe we're just peaceful at home, praying to Jesus, reading the Bible, and then these Russians, Chinese, leftist Democrats send us the virus.
That's true.
We need to research that.
Yeah.
Guys, well, Trump lost.
He did.
Biden won, however that came out, cheating or not. We have a new president. I bless our new president, yes. I bless our new president. God bless him. We do pray for him, honestly. But also, with the freedom that America gives me, we can make fun of him. And that's the beauty of America. That's the beauty of America. So we can have, it's not binary.
Yeah. It's not binary.
So-
my final thoughts is don't be soft. At the end of the day, engage in these conversations. get a little bit offended, because if you're getting offended, it means that you believe in something, because you can't be offended by things you don't believe in. So have fun with the conversations out there. Keep it classy. We'll see you guys next Friday with Greg Brockhouse.
Woo! Wow.